Biotechnology has revolutionized the way we approach food production, medicine, and agriculture by harnessing the capabilities of living organisms to create products that address human needs. One of the remarkable applications of biotechnology is the development of mycoprotein, a food product derived from fungi. Mycoprotein is produced using a specific type of fungus called Fusarium venenatum, which grows rapidly in large fermentation tanks. The process begins by fermenting the fungus in a solution of glucose, nutrients, and oxygen. The fungal biomass is then harvested, heat-treated to remove any remaining fungal spores, and processed into a meat-like texture. This protein-rich product is a sustainable alternative to animal protein, offering a high-fiber, low-fat source of nutrition that requires significantly less land, water, and energy to produce compared to traditional livestock farming. Mycoprotein has gained popularity as a key ingredient in vegetarian and vegan foods, providing a viable option for those looking to reduce their meat consumption or environmental footprint. Another significant advancement in biotechnology is the engineering of bacteria to produce human insulin, a critical hormone used to treat diabetes. Traditionally, insulin was extracted from the pancreases of pigs or cows, a process that was expensive and could cause allergic reactions in some patients due to slight differences between animal and human insulin. With the advent of genetic engineering, scientists were able to insert the human gene responsible for insulin production into Escherichia coli bacteria. This modification allows the bacteria to produce insulin identical to that made by the human body. The engineered bacteria are cultured in large bioreactors, where they produce insulin that can be harvested, purified, and formulated for medical use. This biotechnological innovation has made insulin more widely available, more affordable, and safer for diabetic patients, significantly improving their quality of life. Crops can also be genetically modified to enhance their characteristics, making them more resilient, productive, and nutritious. Genetic modification involves altering the DNA of a plant to introduce new traits that are not naturally present in the species. For example, crops can be engineered to be resistant to pests, reducing the need for chemical pesticides that can harm the environment and human health. This is achieved by inserting genes from other organisms that produce natural insecticidal proteins. Similarly, crops can be modified to withstand harsh environmental conditions such as drought or salinity, which is increasingly important as climate change impacts agricultural productivity. Genetic modification can also be used to enhance the nutritional content of crops, such as increasing the vitamin content of staple foods like rice, thereby addressing nutrient deficiencies in populations that rely on these crops as a primary food source. The pros of genetically modified, GM, crops are significant. They can lead to higher yields, reducing the need to clear more land for agriculture, which helps preserve natural ecosystems and biodiversity. GM crops can also reduce the need for chemical inputs like pesticides and herbicides, which can have harmful effects on the environment and human health. Additionally, by making crops more resilient to climate change and extreme weather conditions, GM technology can contribute to global food security. However, there are also cons associated with genetically modified crops. One of the main concerns is the potential for unintended environmental consequences, such as the development of superweeds that are resistant to herbicides, leading to the need for even stronger chemicals. There is also concern about the long-term impacts of GM crops on biodiversity, as well as the potential for cross-contamination between GM and non-GM plants, which could affect organic farming. Additionally, the reliance on patented GM seeds can create economic challenges for small-scale farmers, who may be unable to afford the higher costs associated with these technologies. There is also ongoing debate about the safety of GM foods, although scientific consensus generally supports their safety when properly tested and regulated. In summary, biotechnology offers powerful tools for improving food production and medical treatment. Mycoprotein provides a sustainable protein source, while engineered bacteria have made insulin production more efficient and accessible. Genetic modification of crops has the potential to enhance food security and reduce environmental impact, though it also raises concerns that need to be carefully managed. These advancements demonstrate the profound impact of biotechnology on addressing some of the most pressing challenges facing humanity today.